one of the stories of the year, in my opinion. A year ago, October of 2020, we were watching him fight Uriah Hall, and it was a bit of a sad ending to his UFC career. And since then, he has turned back the clock. He's in the discussion, in my opinion, for comeback fighter of the year, regardless of sport, because as you know, he has crossed over to the world of boxing, which is something he has wanted to do for quite some time. Remember when he was in his prime, when he was UFC champion, he was pleading to box. He wanted to box Roy Jones Jr. And unfortunately, they did not oblige. And then he returns in the summertime against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and completely dominates him, outclasses him. One of the most enjoyable fights I have ever watched. To see Anderson moving like that, dancing like that, just doing his thing at his age. After the past few fights, to look like that, it was unbelievable. And everyone, the whole MMA community was so happy for Anderson. And then he comes back and he wallops Tito Ortiz on that Triller card just a couple of weeks ago. And so now he is sitting pretty. And in my opinion, one of the biggest free agents in the world of boxing, let alone MMA. And so without further ado, let us go to the legend himself, the Spider. There he is, Anderson Silva.
Hey, hello, everyone.
How are you, my friend?
Ariel. How are you, my brother?
Oh my gosh, Anderson, I wish I could hug you right now. What a story this has become this year. You got your hand wraps on. Are you about to go train?
Yeah, I still train. I just stopped for talk to you because,
oh my God,
you're amazing.
You're a legend.
I stopped my training just for talk to you.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. We won't keep you too long, Anderson. Thank you so much for this. So, Anderson,
don't worry. Take your time.
I appreciate it. You're so great. How do you feel about what's happened to you this year? If I would have talked to you last year, October, when you're fighting Uriah Hall, and I would have said to you, Anderson, in 2021, this is going to happen to you. You're going to go to boxing. You're going to beat Julio Cesar Chavez. You're going to be, making all this noise, do all this stuff in boxing where you always wanted to be for the last 10 years. Would you have believed me that this would have turned out this way for you?
I mean, I'm not done. I try to enjoy every single moment I come to the gym and do my job, and learn something new and every day. I'm so happy, I'm lucky because God gave me the great opportunity for continue, come and do my best.
When's the last time you were having this much fun? Because it seems like you're having a lot of fun again, Anderson.
What do you say?
It feels to me like you're having a lot of fun, like you're enjoying yourself. And it felt to me like towards the end of your time in the UFC, you weren't having this much fun. Does it feel like it's been a while since you were having this much fun with your fighting career?
For me is tough talking about UFC because I don't have nothing bad for talking about UFC, and I think everything I do inside UFC is good for me. It's good for UFC. I help to the company make this sport huge in the world, and I'm not trying to doing something, I'm the best or anything else, but I help this sport come in different level, and I'm so happy, I'm so happy because right now I do everything I like to do, I fight boxing because this is my dream. And very soon I go fight jiu-jitsu, gi and no gi too, and my last goal is go to Thailand and fight Muay Thai, in the same level. And I'm just continue doing my job step by step. Right now I don't have too much pressure in my back, and I try to enjoy. I try to enjoy my life. I try to learn everything. The people try to teach me, my coach, and I try to enjoy my life.
So when is the jiu-jitsu happening?
I don't know. I talked to my coach. I talked to Coach Ramon. I talked to Coach De La Riva. And I go start vacation, and I think in 3 or 4 weeks. And I go to Brazil for training jiu-jitsu with Coach De La Riva. And we'll see. I don't know. I just waiting for the good opportunity and a good moment for that. But for sure, I go do that.
Okay. So there's the boxing, there's jiu-jitsu, there's the Muay Thai. Do you think no more MMA, right? You don't need to do MMA, right? What's the point?
I mean, I don't know. Everything's possible, but, it's not in my mind fight MMA again, but let me tell you something, when I start fight MMA is a different time because it's for honor, respect, for prove the respect and show you how much your team is staying inside your heart and the martial arts respect. And right now, everything's changed because the world's changed. But for me, it's good to continue do my best in all the stuffs, in the different disciplines, because I think everything I can do for MMA, I do my best, And right now I think it's part of my life is done, is over,
Did you happen to watch this weekend your old friend Nick Diaz fought? Did you happen to see that?
Wow, I'm so happy, And I talking about this fight for doing again the fight rematch with Nick Diaz when I'm in UFC, but I mean they not say, oh, Nick Diaz don't come fight, don't fight anymore and blah blah blah. But it's fine, I'm sad because Nick Diaz never do the stop the fight. Right. I'm sad because Nick Diaz is strong in honor fighter. But I believe in Nick Diaz go back strong and better. And I pray for him.
Isn't that the fear of all the fighters? We never seen him like that. And he looked a little bit out of shape. We don't want to see Nick Diaz like that, right? We want to see the old Nick Diaz. We want to see Anderson looking like you're looking this year. Do you ever worry about that people have conversations about you at some point? Like, oh, maybe it's time for him to stop fighting. This is getting uncomfortable. This is the fear I would think of most fighters, right? You never want to get to that point.
Wow. That's I talk to my kids all the time and I teach my kids because my stepdad teach me that. You never stop. The people can't say for you, you stop, you done. You need to say that for you, for yourself, and God. I need to talk to you and say, you need to stop right now. But, I never can say for anybody, oh, you can't fight anymore because you're old, because you're this or that. This is the very personal, and different people have the different mind, and for me, it's different because my stepdad teach me to continue do my best. Doesn't matter happen in my life. It's bad or good, continue do your best. And the martial arts give me the every single energy and every single ability to continue fighting in good level, and sometimes you lose, of course, because behind the fighters is the human being, you have emotions, you have problems, and you don't go win the whole time, and when you lost, it's part the something big in your mind when you think about you lost, but that's not the last fight in your life. This is not the first time you lost in your life. You can do something better. Just think about and make something better in your life. When you believe in yourself, you can do anything,
You have always struck me, Anderson, as a very confident person. You believe in yourself. But going into the first boxing match earlier this year against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., did you perhaps exceed your own expectations? Did you think you would look that good in the fight? Did you think you would win like that? And it looked like we were watching Anderson of 10 years ago. Did you even surprise yourself, or you expected all of that?
Let me tell you something, my friend. This is the first time I'm talking about that. When I doing my last fight in UFC, I back to my home and I rest for 1 week in back training. And I back training and I'm back to sparring and back to the normal training, MMA training. And 1 month, I take vacation, I go to Brazil and continue training in Brazil. But in Brazil, I train only boxing and jiu-jitsu. And the guys call me and say, oh, you're interested to fight boxing? And I say, yes, why not? And the guys say, you don't like to ask about your opponent? No, who? Is Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I say, whoa, that's good challenge for my mind. You know, I think that's the good moment for I prove how much I love boxing, how much I respect boxing. And I call my coach and say, hey, look, guys, I have a good and bad news. And my coach say, what is the bad news? The bad news is the guys asked me to fight boxing. And my coach daughter say, okay, what is the best news? The best news is in 3 months. And my coach daughter say, you crazy, but you ready for that? You like to do that? Let's go do it. But nobody asked me about the opponent.
Wow.
And when I continue to talk to Coach Doria, and Coach Doria asking, who's your opponent? And I say, Coach, I think that is the more scared and interesting part is the Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Coach Doria say, what? Really? Okay. Let's go start training because that's a hard fight, you know? And you can do that. You can do that. And I call Coach Nico and say, Coach, I go fight boxing with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And Coach Nico say, how many rounds? I say, 8. And Coach Nico say, 8 rounds? Let's go working hard. And I back to United States and start training with Coach Nico, and Coach Doria come and I start training. But in my mind, is completely different for the other fighters, I think, because I don't put in my mind I'm scared or the guy go win. And I just put in my mind, say, you know what? That's the opportunity I have in my life to prove my respect for boxing community, you know, and how much I love this sport. Because I believe in when you prepare your mind, you prepare your body. Doesn't matter your job. Doesn't matter your professional job. You stay ready when you prepare yourself for the opportunity. The opportunity come for you. Doesn't matter you go win, you make successful or not in your job. Because sometimes you don't make successful in the first time. You need more experience in everything. And that's I think about the fight with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I say, you know what? I go do my best, and I can't put in my mind down. You know, doesn't matter what happened in the past. I lost, but right now I go win. I go win because I don't need to prove nothing for anybody, but I need to prove for myself how much I love this sport and how much I can do anything in my life. You know, that's I working hard, training hard, and I win the fight, you know. And I believe in God give the everything for you when you put in your heart, when you put in something clean in your mind, in your heart, you know. And that's I win. Thank you, God. You know,
it was amazing. It's one of my favorite fights of the year. It was so great to see you out there moving like the old Anderson, having fun and beating a legend. Because let's be honest, a lot of the MMA guys who have gone over to boxing haven't done very well. And so to see you get a win like that over a quality opponent was great. And then you go to Triller, and that was a bit of a weird one with Tito Ortiz. I was hoping that you would fight another boxer, not another MMA fighter. I was hoping you would continue on the boxing path, but you get Tito, who's a name. And the whole promotion was just a little funky. How did you feel about Triller? Like because can I tell you, Anderson, when you were a part of it, I felt like you were removed from the whole thing. Like the whole thing was a bit of a crazy circus. And I was like, Anderson is looking at this like you have a lot of respect and you're a legend, martial arts. And I thought that you didn't want to get involved in all the craziness of the thing. Am I right about that? It felt like you were just kind of away from it all.
Yeah, you know, my friend, I respect the sport. I respect the MMA. I respect the whole different martial arts. In boxing, a lot of people die for make boxing huge in the world. A lot of people suffering. A lot of people dying for boxing come huge in the world. I can come inside the sport and don't do my best. I can come inside the boxing world, the boxing community. It don't prove how much I respect this sport. That's what I do in my sport in MMA. That's what I do in Muay Thai when I fight Muay Thai. That's what I do in boxing when I fight amateur boxing. That's what I do when I train in jiu-jitsu, when I start fighting jiu-jitsu, and I think the respect and show respect for the story, every single sport is important, and the people behind that, the coach, the masters, every single person, because it's not the promoters sometimes don't understand that. It's only one thing, numbers. But the fighters, when you understand that, you show more respect and enjoy the moment, you make something special. Because every single person watching you know that, feel that, I think that's my personal opinion. That's I try to do every day. I try to do my best. I try to change. I try to learn something new and it's incredible because God is perfect, and give the opportunity for every single person when you open your mind for learn something new
So was that just one fight with Triller, or do you now have multiple fights with Triller?
I have more fights. Yes, I have more fights.
So your next fight will be with Triller too?
Yes, I mean I have fight with Triller, but I don't stay in the contract. My contract with Triller is no hold me for only fight Triller.
Oh, okay.
Because I in the past,
yes.
I signed the contract in UFC. I can do my dreams real, and that's I lose the time to fight with Roy Jones Jr. because the moment is special for everybody, and I opened the door for UFC make this happen today for a long time ago,
right.
because I knew it, this is coming. And I just opened the mind. I tried to open the mind for UFC for make this, but in the moment the guys don't understand the how much this is important, how much this change, Right now the world's changed, and the guys doing something special.
So your next fight, do you have it yet? Do you know when your next fight is going to be?
Oh, I don't have the next fight ready, but probably next year. Probably next year I do 2 more fights, maybe with Triller, maybe outside the Triller. But yeah, I continue work with Triller. I have contract with Triller, but this is no hold me
it's not exclusive.
Fight in the other. Yeah, it's not exclusive.
If it were up to you, Anderson, who's next? Who do you want to fight next?
I mean, I don't know. I just prepare my body, prepare my mind for continue fighting the good level. And when I finished the fight with Tito, and I saw in my Twitter and my Instagram, everybody talk, oh, you need to fight with Mayweather and blah, blah, blah. I say, I don't know. That's insane, I don't know. I can't fight in the same level for Mayweather, but this is a good challenge for me. And I don't know, maybe this happened or not, and I'm prepared for that. I just try to do my best every day. And I think this is good fight. Me and Mayweather is 2 big names and in a different level. I go try to prove why I'm there to fight with Mayweather. But I don't know if this is happening or not. But I'm prepared for good challenge in myself.
That would be a big size difference. No, aren't you a lot bigger than Mayweather? He's like 154.
Yeah, when I people talking about that, I say that I say the same. I'm too big, but Mayweather fight with Logan Paul, and I can't fight two. I can't put in a 189, 190 and fight with Mayweather. I don't know. Let's go see. Of course, this fight this happened is a show fight. It's not a real fight, but I think that's good. Let's go see.
What about Jake Paul? Your old promoter Dana White he's trying to make Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. He keeps talking about it. What do you think of that?
Well, a lot of people talking about that, and I'm just waiting. But I'm preparing my mind. I prepare my body. I train every day with my coach to do my best. And I don't know. We'll see.
There was some talk of you and Logan Paul, right? Wasn't there some talk before this Tito fight? How serious was that?
Yeah, a lot of people talking about that. But I respect the both kids, because the kids are so smart.
Yeah.
And but I prefer stay in my side, training hard, and don't say something about the kids because the kids are doing a good job.
Yeah.
And the people need to respect the both because both kids doing something special. The kids prove this was change.
Do you think it's a possibility to fight Roy Jones, or do you think that ship has sailed?
I don't know. Harry, everything is possible. And right now I just keep straight my focus in training. I come every day and train with my coach and learn every single details in boxing. The different level. And a lot of professional boxing come to the gym to show me something special for boxing movement, and I'll see. I'm stay ready. I prepare myself for do my best.
What did you think of the Evander Holyfield situation, Anderson? Did you think that was sad? Should that fight have happened?
I can't say it's bad or not, but I believe in one thing. The fight with okay, let me give the example for you. I go fight with Mr. Evander Holyfield. I try to enjoy the moment and feel the fight. Why? Because this man changed the world and give the opportunity for a come fight boxing. And okay, I'm win or no win, but I do my best. And when you knock him out, the man, the same Mr. Evander Holyfield, and you enjoy and you don't prove respect. You don't prove respect. And that's my coach teach me every day. When I fight Tito, I don't do nothing crazy. I win. I'm working hard for win, but I don't go to respect. I don't go prove. I don't know. It's
not your style.
The different people have the different opinion and the different reaction. I think the fight with Mr. Holyfield is a show for the people. Move and it's a training. It's not. I mean, that's my opinion.
How are you and Vitor now? Because seeing you both up there was a little bit weird. We hadn't seen you guys together for a long time.
I mean, I respect everybody. I don't have a relationship with Vitor. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But I respect a lot, and I don't have nothing for talking about Vitor. He's an amazing fighter. He's make a lot of success for MMA, and the same me. And make successful. And I don't have nothing to talking about Vitor.
Okay. And just a couple more things. Is it true you gave Tito your plane ticket? He said that you gave him your seat in first class. Is that true after the fight?
Oh, yeah. It's the same flight. It's the same flight back to home. But I'm alone. And Tito is stay with, your wife.
Yeah.
And I say, and Tito sit down close to me. And I say, you know what, Tito, your wife can't sit down here. Let's go change the ticket. And I go back. I go sit in the back. You know, it's nothing. You know, it's just. I mean, a lot of people think you do this for become successful. No, because Tito don't need you talking about. Tito talking about that. You know, I just give the seat because Tito sit down with your wife. You know, and I'm alone. I just sit down in the back and it's done. You know.
Amazing.
I feel that's my part to do my part.
Right.
You know, that's how I feel inside my heart.
Respect. George St. Pierre was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame last week. Do you want to be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame?
Man, this is not important for me. You know, that's not important for me. In Portuguese, I learned something with my friends and my dad too. Ser e não aparecer. That's in Portuguese. But, you know, that's not important for me. Everybody knows who is Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
Inside the cage for many, many years. You know, I started my career in Brazil. I fight in Japan. I fight in Korea. I fight in different countries. And I prove my respect. I prove my valor for this sport. And I don't think about that, you know. This has happened, good. This has not happened, good too.
Okay. That saying that you just said in Portuguese, what does that mean?
I don't know say that in English, but in Portuguese is ser e não aparecer. You know, is
it like whatever happens, happens?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of, okay. And we also found out that Jon Jones got in trouble again. What do we do about Jon Jones? You and him have a great relationship. How does he fix things? How does he get back on track?
I don't know what happened with Jon Jones, but you know, I feel sad because Jon Jones. I feel Jon Jones is my little brother, and you know, that's the. I listen with my manager the whole time. Auto-sabotage, you know, that's come to make something bad in your life, you know, and Jon Jones don't need that. He's an amazing person, you know, and I'm feel sad, you know, it's tough to me to talking about Jon Jones, you know.
What a life. Anderson, thank you so much. I appreciate it, my friend. Congrats on the 2 wins.
Thank you so much.
And look forward to the next one. Next year, you're back in boxing, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. You're an unbelievable inspiration, Anderson. So thank you. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much. God bless you, my friend. Say hi for everybody watching us.
Absolutely. Bye-bye. There he is. Obrigado. Anderson Silva, the Spider.